Hello, hi.
Hello, that was a quick intro
It
today.
was a very quick intro. I was thinking of putting it on loop to have it run a few more times, but
Yeah,
hello. Hi, Maria. Oh, Amber was just saying it's a snow day for her.
yeah, we
So,
must be getting the same storm, Maria.
hello, everyone. We're just going to give it a few minutes for everyone to join in. Always a little delay. Oh, it's
Mhm.
sunny called in Michigan. Hello, KMC. Oh, that's very good that you're asking because today I'm going to talk about that. I created a new recipe, but it's not released yet. So that's the recipe I used for today's live. It's a cream cheese
Oh,
sugar
yeah.
cookies. And they are
Sounds
a bit softer actually, and it's very nice. I do have a recipe for soft cookies on the blog, but it's not the same as the one I'm going to be sharing hopefully next week. Hello, I see everybody's coming in. How is it going? Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Sarah. Eleonora. Hi from Argentina.
wow.
Hi, Jesse. So, are you going to build a snowman since it's a snow day?
I can the kids are about to go outside now, so I guess I'll join them after this.
Well, fun.
The kids are home today. Yeah, snow
I,
day here too.
I'm not gonna rub it in. It's like 80 here.
Oh,
It's, it's very warm. It's actually we believe it or not, we turn the air on.
wow.
We were so hot. It was so warm. So, hello, Luis.
Oh,
Hello.
lessons in
So,
beach Florida.
hello, Byron. So, what's new with you, Amber?
What is new?
Well, maybe
I
it's not with you, but maybe some of the folks they don't know that you last year something great happened.
I wrote a book last year.
Yes, you wrote a book.
Yes, this book is called Cookie Canvas, and it's available basically, everywhere books are sold online. So this has my favorite cookie and icing recipes. It has a coffee royal icing recipe, a chocolate royal icing recipe. So lots of fun different
How
flavors.
many tutorials are there? Are they like step by step?
Yep, they all have step-by-step photos for all the tutorials in here. Ooh, Halloween. See, I don't know if you
That's
can,
coming up. I
it's like,
love Halloween. That's coming up.
yeah, it's coming up.
Well, it's coming up in my head. I'm already
In my
like,
head
oh,
too. No, I know. And then this is the old book. If you haven't had this one yet, this one's also on
how
Amazon.
old is that? When did you write that? The first one,
It came out in 2016, but I
2016,
think I wrote it in 2014. So
2014. Wow.
it's an old one. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that's really hot, Eleonora. So hello. Hi, New Jersey, Alaska.
Oh, thank you, Judy.
Yeah, so you can pick it up, I guess, anywhere in all the bookstores and also online, right? Is easily you can find it on
Yeah,
Amazon.
it's not in all the bookstores, like physical stores, but online it's everywhere.
Yes, Kim.
I know. It's like
Sorry,
we
I scared
already
you.
yeah, we already did one Halloween video for
Hello, yes. Yes, there is gonna be a replay on YouTube. Yes, yes, and yes. Hello. Okay, so today, as I don't know if you guys noticed, we did have a thumbnail, and so today I'm going to be using crusting buttercream. I'll show you a quick video how I make this buttercream. It's a recipe that I created last year. It's basically a hybrid of two recipes of American buttercream and then melted butter frosting. I just combined two, and it happens that it crusts really nicely, and I'll show you later that you can actually package these individually. Just have to give the icing time to crust, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this screen, and I'm gonna show you how to make American buttercream. And in this tutorial recipe, I just use room temperature butter and powdered sugar for American. Normally, I think you add liquid, right? But in this
I
recipe, I don't
usually add a little milk.
full milk, right? But because I'm adding milk in my melted butter, so I didn't do that. And then I also add starch. And
Mm.
starch I add to stabilize it. And it also helps, like if you live in a humid area, it also helps with that a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up the screen. So you can see here, I have my room temperature butter. This is slightly sped up, so I don't really work this fast, although I am very fast, but this is a little too fast. And before you add your powdered sugar, make sure that it's sifted. If you find any lumps, make sure that you sift it before you add it. And after this, I'm going to make the melted butter frosting. For that, you're gonna need melted butter that should be at room temperature. So you can melt it and just leave it out, maybe give it a few minutes until it cools down a little bit. Okay, so this is the American buttercream. Normally you would add some milk or whatever. Now here is the melted butter frosting. Everything goes in a bowl with super easy to do. I mean, you're just gonna mix this all up, and then we're going to combine the two. I know it sounds weird.
Wait, what was that? What's that? What's that liquid?
The liquid was, what do you mean? What
The
liquid?
last thing that you added there
The last
in the
thing?
measuring cup? Yeah, what's that?
This was heavy cream.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Heavy cream. But you can also use milk. Yeah.
Okay.
You can also use milk, but I used heavy cream because it just adds, just makes it a bit more creamy.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to basically combine these two together. Okay. So
Okay.
that's melted butter, and then we're going to add that to American. You know the Franken frosting from Sweet Hope Cookies? Are you familiar with that? That's the royal icing. It's a hybrid royal
Right.
icing. Hello. So basically, I would say this is kind of a thing with the butter frosting, because American buttercream, it's quite soft. And then a butter frosting, it dries pretty hard, I find. So
Mhm.
I combine the two to create this buttercream that you can use on your cookies, and you can flavor it any way you want. Obviously, I like old-fashioned vanilla, and also almond is really nice. Now,
Mhm.
coloring is super easy. Just add a few drops of food coloring, and it takes the color.
That's smart to use the ice cream scoop to separate the icing into different bowls.
I think I've seen that on Instagram. As a
Mm.
video. I think it's great if you need to have even amounts, right? And you don't have a scale. It's good to have a scoop.
Yeah.
What's the ratio of American butter to melted butter? Do you have the formulas? Well, everything is on my blog. Let me grab the link. I think it's. Can't remember from the top of my head. I have to say there are so many recipes to remember. I'm putting it in the comments. Oh, you're making the Frankie frosting today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, Connie, because I'm going to just bring this up before we get to the decorating part. I wanted to talk about also, where is it? Different frostings that you can use to decorate. I just released a new blog post. So we're all familiar with royal icing, right, Amber? That's your main
Yeah.
medium, right? Have you ever
Mhm.
tried anything else? Have you tried anything else?
I do buttercream sometimes. I'm
So
not super comfortable with it though.
So I don't know what's next. Like, the royal icing is I guess the most used, but then there's glaze and buttercream. Which comes the first? Do you think buttercream is the next favorite or glaze?
I think glaze would be. I get a lot of questions about glaze, but I've never used it.
So glaze, I just released the recipe for the glaze on the blog also. This is a medium that a lot of people not prefer, but like over royal icing because I would say it's less fussy. You don't use egg whites. There's no meringue in it. It dries with a really nice sheen.
And it's softer, right? Like it
And
doesn't dry super hard.
dries softer, yes. So I do have
Hi,
the recipe
Sally.
for the blog. Hi, Sally. So then there is buttercream, right? And this buttercream that you see here that I used for the eggs, it's the same buttercream I'm going to be using today for the St. Patrick's Day cookies. That's the crusting buttercream, hybrid buttercream. Judy,
Very
Franken frosting, its frosting is basically royal icing and then glaze icing, and they're both mixed together. Thank you, Byron.
Kim prefers royal icing. I mean, I've never used glaze, but just what I know about it, I think I probably would still have a better
Glaze,
royal
yeah,
icing.
glaze is it's more flexible. I find it's not, you can't really get super fine details like you do with royal. You can't really make transfers or paint
Mhm.
on the flowers. But I find like if you prefer a softer bite, it's
Mhm.
a good idea to maybe spread the glaze on the top, and then on the top, I mean on the cookie, and then let it kind of dry, and then on the top you can add royal icing details. Okay. Okay. All
And then
right. So
Karen was asking, you're going to talk about this though, the
yeah,
packaging part.
yes.
Okay,
These are also crusting buttercream cookies that I made. I've
beautiful.
they never made it. I never finished the video, so hopefully this year I will finish the video. And another medium, it's fondant. Okay, so I just did a tutorial last week about fondant, how to decorate cookies with fondant. I think it's the easiest way to probably decorate cookies. And here
Those are so beautiful.
you can see a lot of different textures, and these are all different mediums you can use. Obviously, for accents, you can use frosting sheets and wafer paper. You've done wafer
So
paper
many
fluffing
things.
roses,
Yeah.
right? I've
Yeah.
never done roses. So today, because the St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so we're going to make, these are super duper simple, seriously, 5 minute project. Somebody requested a very simple, is it Leprechaun, right? I'm saying it right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody requested super simple. And so I decided to go with super simple. This is all buttercream. And also the cookie that I'm using, it's a cream cheese sugar cutout sugar cookie. It is so good. And it does taste soft, so it really pairs nicely with this buttercream. Okay, do we
Great.
have any questions? Okay, let's see.
Um,
Isn't it? Oh,
um,
yes, I would say that's a good idea. Yeah, so that would probably, yes, thank you for that.
do you
Yes,
make
Kim.
the fondant? Okay.
Yes. And how are you, Kim? I hope everything is okay. Yes, I do make fondant myself. I make marshmallow fondant. I also have the recipe on the blog, and it's super easy to make. You can just make a small batch if you don't want to make a full batch, and it's really easy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this screen, and we're going to make the leprechaun. So I'm using a marker here, just dividing the cookie so I know where to do the face. And I colored my buttercream with food colors. I colored some of it with ivory, and I added a touch of pink. And this is a number 3. Yes, I do. Yes, 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 Jeremy. Yes, it does. It actually does taste really nice. You can. What's great about the marshmallow fondant, you can also add additional flavors if you want to. You could, you know, I don't see. You could even make it coffee flavored if you want to.
Mm.
So I'm using a little palette knife to smooth the face, and now I'm going to switch to black. And this is also number 3 for the eyes. Like I said, this is really easy to do, and if you are, in a rush, you can do these cookies in no time. I wanted to add the nose, so I'm coming back with the ivory again, and then for the cheeks, I just used a little bit of pink. Just needed a little bit of color.
Yeah, I agree, Judy.
Yeah. Sometimes you can also, I've seen people to accommodate the taste, they mix some store-bought with homemade, because the store-bought
Oh,
has always a different, it behaves differently. So
yeah.
you could maybe mix, like, not mix, need some marshmallow fondant into the store-bought. Now I'm going to smooth that again with a little, I'm using a palette knife. Oh yeah, I craft piping tips too. Yes, I make everything. You know what? I today, or was it yesterday? I saw on Facebook, and I laughed so hard. This woman posted, after years of saving, I finally bought myself a house, and it was a picture inside of the house. And then I was like, "What's so fun? Like, what's so like?" Everybody's laughing emojis, and in the window you see a face of a cat. It was a dollhouse.
Oh,
It was so funny. Yeah, so I do craft everything, yes. Oh, Kim, that's good to hear. You're doing well. Oh, I hope your eyes are going to be okay. Good luck, Kim.
Yeah, good luck, Kim. Hope everything stays good.
So now I switched to, this is a star tip, and for the star tip, really you can use, I believe this was a 32, but there's 199 would work. Maybe even number 16 if you do um, like a more swirly beard. So that's the leprechaun. I'm going to do, this is going to be clover. So super easy to do. Again, we're going to just outline and flood, not flood, but fill this in. You don't even have to use a piping bag, I think, for this. You can just spoon it on and smooth it with a palette knife or a spatula.
But it's
Sometimes,
nice that it's like you know, not so thick that you can't squeeze it. It looks like you're squeezing it pretty easily.
yeah, it's not soup. No, it's not like very. It's not hard to work with. No, it's fairly. Yes, this is crusting buttercream. Yes.
And the recipe
Um,
is at henyelas.com. Right.
yes. I decided to create this buttercream because I'm not a fan of Crisco in large
Right.
amounts. I know I use it
Mhm.
in some recipes, but most crusting buttercream recipes they use like a cup of Crisco,
Yeah.
and I'm not a huge fan of it. You know, I don't want my arteries to be covered with it.
Yeah.
So I decided to test this recipe, and it worked really well. Now this is a really fun. Let me. I'm gonna show it to you later. Fun pump. You have this too. You told me, but you've never used
Yeah.
it, right?
Right.
So
Right.
this is my first time. I mean, this stuff has been around for years. I mean, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. It's great. I love it. I don't know why I haven't bought it before. This is great. What color green am I using? This was leaf green. I think leaf green with a little bit of just yellow, but really straight up leaf green should work
What
really.
what brand is that?
That was Americolor brand. Yes. Could you do a dip? You mean if I could dip? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Kim. Do you mean if I could dip the cookies in buttercream? So this is the powder. It's a pump filled with dry, basically luster dust. I don't know if I can. Yours, you can refill, right?
Yes.
Oh, it actually opens up. Oh, I can refill. Oh, wow. There's a lot
Oh,
of it.
nice.
So it works really well, and I really like it a lot. It's much better than, I mean, if you're doing a whole surface, you can't really like aim very well with it,
Right.
but it works well.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose you would have to try and fin it, but I don't know if it would still stay somewhat creamy. I don't know. Yes, no, I understand. Yes, yes, Judy. Definitely
Mhm.
not the cleanest look with buttercream, but if you are in a hurry, I think that also
Yeah,
that
because
works.
you don't need to wait overnight for this to dry before you add another.
No, oh, no, no, you don't. No, and
You
this
just
is a
have
really
to
easy
really.
one. You just basically outline it and fill it and add the stripes. But I'll show you in a second how I'm gonna package them. And you could obviously do different designs. This is just like a last minute thing. So if you want to do, you could also stencil. I'll show you some stenciled design with this. All you have to do, you have to spread the buttercream on and put it in a fridge or freezer to firm up, and then you can stencil over it and
Mhm.
then like kind of air dry, and it works really well. Now the complete drying time, I would say 12 hours. Depends also how thick you're going to make the design on your cookie. Okay, so now we're just gonna add the lines. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jeremy, it's only Tuesday, right?
Looking to start a fight.
I'm sorry?
I said Jeremy's looking to start a fight.
Yeah, I know. Be aware, we can block you. No, I'm kidding.
No, remember when you accidentally blocked him?
No, was it me who accidentally blocked him? Or
Somebody
I don't
did.
know. Yeah, somebody did accidentally
One of
block
us.
him.
That was funny.
Yeah, one of us. Yeah. So this is, like I said, super duper simple. Okay. So I'm gonna bring up my camera here, bring it to the screen. Let's see.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, so here are here are the cookies. Now this is just a sample. Okay, this is all buttercream. So you could stencil with it, but obviously you'd have to have the bottom layer um, set. This is done with a palette knife. Again, buttercream. I'm touching it.
Oh, so that really does harden.
Harden quite a bit. I mean, I
Yeah.
did have this. So this, let's see if I can. So it does like it. It's still, you see how it's still soft inside, but like
Right.
it's crusted enough so you can
Mhm.
package it.
Mhm.
I do have some bags here, so you could individual package these, put them in. Super duper easy. You can also use a heat sealer, and it's, of course, it's sticking to my finger. Okay. Oh, I should have turned it the other way, but you get the idea, right? So now I would say 12 hours to let these dry. If you live in a humid area, you may have to use a dehumidifier in your room just to speed up the process. And these are the fun these I did.
Those are so cool. Is there going to be a tutorial for that, or is there already?
It's already on the blog. It's already on the blog.
Okay.
That's such a fun technique, marbling. If you haven't, guys, tried the marbling, it's so fun. Marbling is so fun. Okay, so let me remove this. Oh, okay, it's not working. Okay. Okay, do we have any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, it does harden quite nice. Yes. Oh, there is a difference, block and ban. Yes. Oh yeah, you could do an Irish flag. Absolutely. Yes. Can it bleed like royal? Well, anything can bleed, um, right? But
I feel like maybe not because it's not as liquidy, like,
it's
right?
not as pretty. But I think if it's very humid where you are, there is always a chance that it will bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
here
then,
we go. The black, it bled little. Oh, you can see. Okay, let me make the screen. The black bled a little bit into the. Do you see? But this is
oh yeah, a
only
little.
because
Mhm.
it was very fine. My yellow line was very fine. But I haven't had problem. I mean, thanks, Sally. Thanks for asking. It's so 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 so. So do you guys have any more questions? And like I said, recipe for the crusting buttercream is listed on the blog. Oh, and let me not forget Amber's new Sweet Ends Cookie Art
Oh
Club.
yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Can you tell folks what this is about? What your
Yeah.
club is?
So the link to that is in the comments. And the Cookie Art Club is a subscription where you get access to all of my recipes, tons and tons of video tutorials that are only available to subscribers. It's similar to Patreon, but it's an easier place to interact with me and with each other. Like you can upload your own photos and ask questions. So it's a better platform, I think, than Patreon. And if you are on Patreon, because a lot of my subscribers have asked me if they should switch, I would say yeah, because it's like just everything's more organized, and I don't know, I just like it better over there. So if you want to check that out, Sweet Am's Cookie Art Club.
Oh yes, Jeremy. It's Buster, definitely. Buster has been around. I don't know how old is he now. I forget.
Yeah, I love
Thank
the
you.
the
Thank you so
wall.
much.
It's so
Yeah, we
nice.
did that about a year ago. It took just one wall took a whole day, if you can believe
Mhm.
it.
What's
Let me
this?
know how it goes, Connie. Okay, how I'm going to make your glaze icing today for the Franken frosting. Is there a big difference using water instead of milk? I don't know. I've always used water. Is
Hmm.
there a difference? I don't know.
Well, if you are putting it's combined with meringue powder, right? So you probably don't want to put milk in there because of the fat. Is that does that
Oh,
still?
oh, well, I don't. I have you made Franken frosting? Because I really have. I mean, I've made royal icing with corn syrup,
Mhm.
not the Franken frosting. I know it's just a straight up combination. It's combined together, royal and glaze. So because it's a hybrid, I suppose it's going to be okay. But I just use water because I feel like if I'm not refrigerating, I know there's a lot of sugar, so it should be fine. But I always feel like milk will go sour.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
Maybe a little
maybe
bit.
that's why I don't use milk. But you can use milk, of course. Maybe it will make it a little more creamier.
Mhm.
Um, I mean 2 weeks. If they're packaged, 2 weeks or like stored away in an airtight container, they should be okay. So have I successfully shipped? I have never shipped buttercream cookies. I didn't have enough orders for buttercream cookies, so it would be just a log for local friends. So I cannot attest to the shipping situation. But I could just pack. Yeah, that's the thing. I could package them and throw the box around and see what happens. Because
Yeah.
I remember, Laura from Dozen, one cookie decorator, right? They would test the shipping. They would package it and they would throw the box on the floor a few times
That's
because
a
I mean,
great way to test it.
that's how you test it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious too. So
I
let's.
don't know if you can see because my connection is not great today, but it's just like a very light
Is it
pink.
like pearl or is it
No,
pink?
it's just a matte paint, not matte, but glossy pink. I
Beautiful.
decided to go with an oval shape, which is very new for me.
Oh, is it? What was
Yeah,
it before?
square.
It was. Oh, it was more square.
Yeah, but oval and like almond is kind of the trendy thing now, so I tried it. Thanks for asking, Kim.
Thank you, Maria. You can freeze them. Just in case you didn't know, I always make like 3 batches and I don't share with anyone and I freeze them and they're absolutely amazing frozen. No, I don't think it has to be refrigerated because of the amount of sugar that it has.
Mhm.
Sugar kind of like it just that's how it right works. So user
Oh,
friendly. That's
good.
good.
Thanks, Milo. Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yeah, Sally, you can just make a mini batch, seriously, or a small batch, and it makes just like a little ball of fondant, and you can just work with that. You don't have to make a big batch of fondant.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, everyone. We will see you. Are you on next week, right?
The week after.
The week after, yes, the week
Yep.
after. So we're going to wish you happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Have a
Yep.
great week
All
and
right.
see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.